Hello, beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to Familia Pablanu. I'm the one and only Anu.
And I'm Pablo.
And me.
¿Quién eres?
Helena. Oh, and those goats and sheep over there. Let me
You
zoom.
should find a place to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, look down there. This beautiful view, huh? I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Should we
nice
wait?
little-
Today, in the random rants with Pablanu, we are going to be talking about a topic that Pablo actually has a version of. He talked about it a little bit.
This is a big topic, actually.
It
A very
is.
big topic. It's the one we've stayed away from for a long time because in the US it's such a taboo thing.
Yeah,
that
to talk about
we just
it.
knew if we talked about it, it would be awful. You know, people are just so uptight about these things. It's hard to talk. But we're going to try now. Mama Africa, your children are home.
So,
The difference.
in Nigeria, you know, growing up, I mean, they would tell us, even in school, I have, chocolate skin complexion? I have a dark brown complexion. They will tell you exactly how it is. You know, that's how we do a composition. Like about myself. My name is so and so. I am many years old.
Really? Like from
Yeah.
a young age, like you're learning how to write. Wow.
Yeah, we
so
had
the
that.
colorism is
It was
early.
there. So yeah, and then some people say I am yellow in complexion.
Yeah, there's not many colors to choose from. It's like
Red,
yellow, red.
So that
yeah,
was that.
Black, yeah.
So there was no such thing as black. I never heard that before. Yeah. So then I came to America.
That's interesting.
And the first things first, we have to fill demographics.
But before then, how were you treated in Nigeria? Like, was there different treatment based on like lightness or
Yes,
darkness?
there is definitely colorism. You know, people prefer the yellow pawpaw, whatever they call it. Even the guys be like, oh, my yellow pawpaw, yeah, so pepper. You know, if the lighter you are, the more they think you are
mulimutia.
higher there.
Eh?
So they say if you're higher there, that you are a little bit better than the one darker. So that was
Musamba Bulunji.
yeah. So that was a thing on its own. So I had to face that, and of course, you know, Nigeria is the largest consumer of or user of bleach. They use body bleach, and they also change their hair, like put texturizer on their hair as well. So I think, you know, I
Like
talk about straightener, texturizer, chemicals to make it straight
Burn
and
their scalp.
Yeah. So, and it's from the colonial times where you think anything European is better, what you have is not good. I think I talked about that in The Truth About My Hair.
Right.
Anyways, but so moving on from that, I was, how old was I? 15 years old when I moved to the United States, and the first things first, demographics, they had to ask you. And then this is how I know I left Africa already, because there was no such thing as saying you're no longer Africa. Africa doesn't exist there.
You mean the US? Africa
Yeah, in the
doesn't exist.
demographics, it doesn't exist. No.
That's true, yeah.
So you have Asian, you have Islander, Pacific Islander, you're Native American, you have, but then there's African American or black.
Right.
And then there's white, just like that. I'm like, how is that a ethnicity or a nationality? White, you know? Because how do you have native Indian, or even they have Indian from India? You have everything.
Right.
You have Chinese, you have Korean. Now they have Korean as an ethnicity.
It's all muddled up, you know. Sometimes
Yeah.
they have nationality right alongside race, which is basically skin color, which is
Yeah.
alongside ethnicity, which is God knows what, you know. So they're all one beside the other. It's just all mixed up. It's a mess.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm
It's a
like,
complete mess,
how
yeah.
is being called black a
Right, and then they have
ethnicity
black, and
or
it's like,
a
what?
Yeah, that's the only thing that still remains. They used to call people brown, yellow, whatever. They don't do that anymore. The only thing that remains is still black and white.
Red, yellow, black and white. We are equal in inside. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, you can't say red. Oh, you can't say yellow. That's bad. But yet black and white is still okay somehow.
And
we don't know why.
It's really awful. And then as soon as they put that, I'm like, no. I wanted a place where I say African. Or do you have a place the way you have for Korean or for Indian? Have a place for Nigerian or African or something. They said, no, you are African American black / black. You cannot say
/ black, yeah.
I'm like, but can I just be African?
They're like, nope, you got to be what we say you are.
So that was my beginning of my struggle. That right there just gave me depression because I don't know, I talked about it. I had a issue with my skin tone. I thought, because of how the whole country, the whole culture, I thought it was bad. Something about my skin tone is bad. It needs to be lighter. Hey, I tried even using cream to lighten it a little bit, but it didn't work.
Sorry.
But because then everyone comparing me to my sister who's lighter skin, and then I feel complex, like I'm not as light as she is, so I must. Anyways, so and then I come to a country and then they call me black, and I'm like, the definition of black is nothing good at all. There cannot be anything
black
good.
Black magic.
Yeah, and everything bad. It's all awful and bad.
Black market, black,
Yeah. So why would they call a human that?
I don't know.
And then I was wondering, why can I not be called the other one where it's so good? Everything good about it is, everything good in this world has to be white, the
Purity,
holy and
purity, sanctity.
The white goes first in a chessboard game because
because, yeah.
White is best, good
clean.
and clean. Cleanliness
what are the
to
stereotypes?
holiness, clean and white linen and all this stuff.
Right.
So I'm like,
and in the US where everything is white, even the eggs are white, everything.
Exactly.
They want it white.
So I'm wondering, I wanted to be that. I really wanted to be that because it seems like that's a good thing to be. And black is a bad thing to be. I didn't want to be called that. I really hate it. I didn't want it at all. But yet, everywhere I go, it's forced on me.
Well, what do you say to someone who is like, okay, that's why we have to reclaim the term, and we say, black is beautiful and stuff like that. What do you say to that?
But it's like doing a mental gymnastic. But it can never be so. You can never bring something good out of, because have you gone to the dictionary and changed the definition of black? No, I don't think so. You can never change it. If you change it, you have to change it alongside white, the definition of white. So it's not possible.
You also have to go back to the roots. Who first started calling people that? It was not Africans, I can promise you.
No.
Who was it that called them that?
It's the colonials.
Slavers, slave owners, etc.
The segregation time. White only, black only.
That term had been used even before African slavery, even before the transatlantic slave trade. That term was used even by the British against the Irish, calling them black. And I don't mean the black Irish. That's different. Those are the Spaniards who immigrated to Ireland later on. That's not what I mean. They called them black even before the black Irish showed up. They called them black even though they're like some of the lightest skinned people in the world, ginger, etc.
Yeah.
They called them that because
they mean something
they
bad.
looked down on them.
Yeah.
They were their slaves, they were their subordinates, they were the ones that they conquered, they were the ones that they saw as this Catholic scum, whatever. Yeah, they looked down on them and they called them black.
So it can never be something good.
Yeah.
The definition, they didn't change it yet in the dictionary last time I checked. So
basically it's like reclaiming, so what you're trying to say is it's reclaiming something that was dirty to begin with.
yeah.
So it's like, why would you
Want that at all.
that? You didn't make up that term, someone else did, right? Like negro, or what's the English form of that? Negro, right?
Negro
all of those
or
forms.
black, yeah.
Right, it just means black, right?
No,
all of those
it's
things.
French.
And the awful form, the N-word, right? All of those came from the same thing. None of them were ever in their origin a good thing. There was never Africans saying, we are black. No.
Yeah, no.
That's never happened.
No one called themselves that. It was called upon you, like this is what you are now.
Right.
So, and then when I see people saying, I suppose there's white culture, and I'm white, and I'm beautiful, and I'm beautiful, and I see everything that goes along with it. The privilege, yes, there is the privilege, and I'm like, I want to be that.
Right.
I try to bleach my skin just to be that. And what made you so bitter about the color of your skin that you want to bleach? I'm like, have you seen what they call associated with that, the word black? And then when someone calls you the word white, and I'm like, I want to be that because it's everything good. But
awful.
Why aren't people rejecting being called white the same way people are being rejected? Like I'm rejecting being called black, for example.
Exactly.
Because I think that is the part of the rant you were talking about here in Uganda when they call you Muzungu. And you saying
Muzungu,
that's not my
Igbo
name.
in Nigeria, anything like that. And I didn't even connect it to white privilege until you said it. I just knew it felt bad. And I was like, I understand if it's like a neutral term, just saying European, which some people claim. They say, oh, it's just a neutral term, saying you're a light skin, like European, whatever. And I'm like, okay, right? I mean, I guess that's sort of neutral, but the way it's used is what makes me feel so weird.
Yeah, they put you high there, high on the...
It's like calling out like angel, It's like I spotted an angel. It's almost like that, and it's like whoa.
Right.
And what it comes down to is the categories that we associate people to.